When you're dealing with short bitten nails, there are not that many options for the design. This time Anna, my client, asked for a French nails. I was shocked and was about to say no, it's not possible, but then my personality, who's ready for any kind of challenge, took over, and keep watching this video to see how it worked out. Hello guys, Anastasia here. Today we're dealing with short bitten nails and my client Anna. If you haven't watched my previous videos where I did some transformation on her nails, I will leave the links in the description box. We're starting over since it's been, I believe, 2.5 or almost 3 months since we did our last extensions. Unfortunately, Anna was really busy at her work, so she couldn't come to see me, and then I was a little bit busy with my travel, so we're starting over. But on the other hand, as I was pushing back her cuticles, I have to say that it didn't really feel like we're starting from scratch, because since we already did some cuticle care and she is using cuticle oil from time to time and pushing back her cuticles after shower, her nails and cuticles are in a better condition compared to what she had when she first came to me. After pushing back the cuticles, I'm going to work with Safe Bit. It's also called Oni Clean. It doesn't have any abrasive on it, so it's not a diamond bit or a carbide bit because it's simply like a soft steel. And I'm going to push back her cuticles. She has some cuts on her skin, as you can see, so this bit is just perfect to do this. And after that we can also use diamond bit to slightly clean the cuticles and push them up even more. Anna works as a chef at a very popular restaurant here in Moscow, and she gets different kind of cuts on her fingers pretty often. But this time she had such a deep cut on her thumb, honestly it looked like a scary movie. I think I will not show it to you guys because YouTube can block it, and honestly it looks terrifying. But Anna acted so chill about it, and the most thing that she was worried about is that it will somehow affect our product application and that it will bother me as I'm doing extensions. Since the cut is located on the opposite side of the finger compared to where the nail bed is, we simply used a regular band-aid so I can securely hold her finger. At this point, Anna asked me, "Anastasia, am I the most challenging client to work with, considering the condition of hands and nails?" And I get to thinking and said no, actually. I remember I had a client, she was my client for like 3 years. So one day she broke her arm. And she came to me, obviously, and she said, well, even though my arm is broken, I still need beautiful nails. And the arm was broken so close to the fingers that, oh my god, guys, it was an actual challenge doing her nails because she couldn't move her fingers a lot. So at some point she was standing when I was shaping the nails, and honestly it felt a bit scary for me because, you know, when you're dealing with the broken bones that are so close, I was literally afraid to hold her fingers. Let me know, guys, if you had some kind of challenging clients, I mean not as a person, but in terms of some unusual condition of their hands and nails. Meanwhile, all the cuticles are pushed up and we are going to clean the cuticles now with diamond bit. Usually with the short bitten nails you need to really take time to do the prep. Now the cuticles and nail plates are clean. At this point you can also take off the surface shine with 180 or 240 grit file, and I'm going to carefully trim the cuticles. For these nails, I always use scissors for trimming because I can carefully go around the cuts and not damage the skin even more. For these nail types, I recommend trimming the cuticles before product application, otherwise this extra skin will simply not let you to apply the product close to the skin. This is what we have now. They look so much better, and we're proceeding to the prep. Dehydrator on all nails, let dry, and then I'm using non-acid primer. By the way, I used acid primer before with Anna, but then I decided to do a test and tried non-acid primer on a few nails, and it worked out pretty much the same. Since her nails and skin is pretty dry, she doesn't have hyperhidrosis, so I assumed we can use non-acid primer now. To do French style nails, I'm going to build the tip of the nail using white acrylic. By the way, the reason why Anna asked for French nails is because unfortunately in her job they have a new boss and they do not allow any kind of extensions, and French style nails is the only thing that allowed because it looks like natural nails. Because she really enjoys different kind of designs, but she cannot do them now. So we had to adjust. I'm building the free edge without using forms or tips, and it is possible when you're working with acrylic. Then I slightly pinch the nail, and I'm using cover pink. This is a cool pink by Entity, and I'm going to build the reverse smile line right on top of white. This is not the typical service how I would do pink and white on all my clients, but since we do not have a free edge here and extensions on Anna work pretty well when I'm not using forms or tips, so I decided that this method should work. Well, we'll see it in a moment. The goal is to build a crisp and symmetrical smile line to have corners on the same level. Another medium-sized bead near the cuticle. When you're doing the cuticle work, make sure that the product is not touching the skin along the sidewalls and near the cuticle. Anna's nails are so tiny, I think you can see that compared even to my finger when I'm holding her nail or compared to the brush, so I need to use a tiny beads. Last step will be adding white on the free edge. Since we builded this pink on top of the white, now they're on a different level, so I'm adding some extra white on top. This one was definitely a bit wet. It's so cold now in my office, so acrylic is not curing as fast as I'm used to, so we had to use an extra heater so it will somehow polymerize at some point. Now we have a beautiful crisp smile line, and we can slightly pinch the nail and proceed to the next one. I did the rest of the nails using the same technique, and now I'm going to shape and file them. I'm using carbide bead with green abrasive mark. If you did a good job when building this reverse smile line, even if some white color will go on top, it will still be all clean after you file it. That's why I'm starting filing nails from the middle part, because I want to clean the smile line area first, and then I'm dealing with the cuticle area and the sidewalls.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain.
We are approaching the best part of the service, sealing with a top coat. I shaped and buffed the nails and sealed them with a gel top coat. Cure it and we're done. I cannot say I'm like super happy with the result. I mean, probably this pink and white could be better, but considering what we had before, this is what we had now. We have some white spots in the corners, and this is white color that is a little bit see-through. It's not product lifting, but Anna was happy with the result, and it's all that matters, right? Because it's her nails and she's going to enjoy them for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Let me guys know what do you think, and I would also love to read your challenging client stories in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time here on my channel, consider subscribing, as I post new nail art tutorials just like this one every week. See you in my next one. Goodbye.